Hi, my name is Sandy Adkins. I'm with eXp Realty, and I'm here today with Ron Kuhn from Summit Funding in Tempe, Arizona. He has two locations, Tempe and Scottsdale, and he's also nationwide as well. And we're talking to Ron today about forbearances. Hi Ron, how are you?
Hi Sandy.
So we have a few questions about forbearances. People these days, with everything going on with COVID and riots and all the fun stuff, people are wondering what they can do to help their house when they lose their jobs. So can you explain what a forbearance is and how it works?
Sure, I'd be glad to. Probably the first thing to mention is that forbearance has been a very misunderstood term to folks out there making their mortgage payments. The big thing they need to understand is, due to the COVID virus, without qualification, if you're having financial difficulty, you can call your loan servicer, and if that loan happens to be serviced by FHA or VA or Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, all of the major agencies, that's going to be the bulk of your loans. You're able to defray or forbear and stop making payments for at least a 90-day window of time. Give you time to get your finances back in order, get your feet back underneath you. Now, when the forbearance opportunity first came out, there was lots of misunderstanding, not only about how to implement it from a lending standpoint, but also what the impact to the borrowers, the consumer's credit would be. And it was enough confusion that a lot of people chose not to do it just because they didn't know how damaging it would be to their credit history. Now, enough time has passed. We've been into the pandemic for over 2 months now. All of the agencies, again, FHA, VA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, even USDA, has all weighed in that the simple act of doing a forbearance on your mortgage, trying to, whether you needed it or not, trying to save your financial well-being, has no impact to your credit score. So FICO scores will remain just as strong as they always were, even though that term will show up on your credit report. Now, when you go to buy your next home though, if that loan that you have put into forbearance hasn't been brought current, which means your most recent mortgage statement doesn't show that you're current in all payments and what your due date of your next payment due is, then you won't be able to purchase a home again until you get that loan current. Because even though they've forbeared or forgiven those payments for a period of time, they haven't forgiven them off the loan, so they still need to be made. And at the point where they've been brought current, my world's back together again. I'm golden to issue pre-qual letters and help borrowers and real estate agents go out and negotiate and buy new homes because their home is current, they took advantage of a government program, and life is good.
Oh, fantastic. So my other question is, if they are up on their payments, is there a time limit that in between that they can still purchase a home? Is there a time limit from the forbearance to their payments to buying a home?
No, not really a time limit, other than your payments have to be current. And the way we document that is I get your most recent mortgage payment statement, and as long as that statement shows you're current, and like for instance today, the statement you'd be receiving now would show a July 1st due date with the idea that we're on June the 3rd. And as long as the loan shows current for the month of June and next payment's due July 1, even though it's going to reflect on a credit report and show that you've made that request, it's of no concern. You know, I might also add, even if all you did was call your loan servicer and ask about a forbearance, chances are on your credit report, they put your loans in forbearance and they reflect the payment as 0. That doesn't impact FICO scores or ability to qualify as long as your statements are still reflecting correctly.
Oh, fantastic. I think that's all my questions I have today. I think you
Awesome.
covered it. If you have any questions, I will be posting Ron's phone number at Summit Funding. He's a great educator, fantastic guy, great to work with. Any questions, you can contact me, Sandy at eXp Realty, or Ron Kuhn at Summit Funding. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.